Cooking enslaved us. It doesn't matter where we went, even if we were taken to a wedding or a party or whatever, we pretend to eat there and come home and eat well. Because there was no replacement for her cooking, it was like that. I don't know, it was not like a very active, loving relationship. It was just there all the time. You couldn't think of life without her, that's all. It's just there, all the time there, never not being there. She made everything with her hands in the house, from cooking to embroidery, stitching drapes and stitching things, everything was her work. Her signature was all over the house. Without saying a word, it was simply everywhere. I remember when we went out to other places, always every pillowcase, every bedsheet, everything is embroidered. Some embroidery she would have done. When we went out to places outside and just before sleeping, if she saw the pillowcase is just a white pillowcase, she would say, how can children sleep on an empty pillowcase? And within 5 minutes, she would put a small parrot. I remember those green parrots so well, because looking at the damn parrot, I would just fall asleep. I think today, for economic reasons, women have chosen to step out of their homes. I am not commenting about that. But for a child, when a child comes home, nobody at home, he opens his own lock and goes inside and eats some cold food and sits there. This is the fate of most of the Western children, and unfortunately this is becoming the fate of most of the Indian urban children. Just that thing, when you come home, she takes your bag and she asks you what happened, and you want to run inside with your shoes on and she pulls out your shoes. These are not simple acts. These are life-transforming acts, These are truly life-transforming acts. I think in many ways. The other dimension of who I am is different, but as a person who I am, I think she had a huge influence quietly, without saying a word, no teaching, no talking down. My father always tried to talk me down and tell me, this, you have to be like this, otherwise you'll become like this. None of it stuck in my head. But she just quietly, without saying a word about it, I think she impacted me hugely, very hugely, I would say. Today's Mother's Day. For all the mothers who are here, congratulations. The beauty of motherhood is not in reproduction. The beauty of motherhood is in inclusion. She saw you as a part of herself. It is the willingness to include another life as a part of yourself. It is that beauty we are trying to celebrate with the Mother's Day, not reproduction. Today we are 7.2 billion people, human reproduction needs to stop for a while. It's important that you understand you've taken one cell or you've given one cell to somebody, you're thinking that's a big thing. Mother Earth has given you all this, that's not a big thing. The source of creation has given you the very life process. You might not recognize where it is, what it is, but this is sure, you didn't create it, right? You didn't create this life, nor did you create the cosmos. Why don't you identify with that which has given you a whole cosmos? Please expand your idea of the family. May you all know the joy of being mothers. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman. When you step out, when you look at other people, may you enjoy the inclusiveness that a mother might have enjoyed.